Guys, just out in one of the fields going into the maize. We've got the crawler here behind us, you can see. And he's just got Cousins V form on the back. This has been overwintered in sort of vetch radish mix. We haven't ploughed this because they say it's bad for carbon release and all that, so that's what we're doing there. And he is coming through with the Cousins V form, packing it back down with a roller to try and just lift it a touch, leave these slots in the ground that you might be able to see, just going through there where my shovel is, and yeah, not lose too much moisture but just lift it. We'll then basically double power harrow this just to give a nice seedbed tilt, and we're hoping it's going to come down all right. So I'll just show you that working. And these are the slots here. I mean, there's plenty of moisture down there, hopefully. Hopefully the plough harrow can get hold of that and produce us a nice seed bed for the maize. So just up at the top field, guys, it's really boggy. I mean, the funny old thing, all just wet. Oh, it's like potted clay, isn't it?
Yeah.
If you could make a bowl out of that, or a mug. Yeah. Really, really wet. Really, really wet. Oh. You're lucky the reels didn't bung up into a great big bowl.
Yeah.
Oh, dear me. I'll just take a little look over here. Just show you what. I mean, it's wet, wet, wet here. I've never known this field to be so wet. It's a really productive field, being an ex-grassland, but oh, it is just sinking. Sinking. There's a dry crust on top. My shoes are dry. I'm just wearing my trainers, but yeah, I'll just show you how he came across here. He's actually already cultivated this, but he couldn't get himself out. So don't know if you can see these lines. This is what he's bringing up, just really wet snot. It's like a sort of topsoil, nice bit of topsoil there, but then just into clay mush. So he's gonna have to leave all this section of the field and maybe just do that back half. He's now onto firm ground again. He's going. Hopefully that shows you the ridge. He's sunk, someone sunk in here. A good foot, maybe 2 foot. I saw him getting sunk over there. And he was lucky to get out, I thought. You guys are on a totally different field here. It's only about a kilometre away. but it's nice and stony here on a bit of a slope down there, free draining. It's not blocking up at all, not sinking whatsoever. It's just that top field. It's on top of a hill, a bit of a clay underneath it. It's just holding all the water we've had. So yeah, on we go. Okay guys, so cultivations are continuing apace. This is the land that we had cover crop on over winter. We lifted it there with the Cousins V form and the cat crawler. We were really worried what to do, because we had two different people doing the, well, one person doing the seeding, one person doing the cultivation, and the guys doing the seeding just said the strategy of putting a power harrow in this land wouldn't work. So what they're doing is they're using that culti press to pull up this bit. Seems to be doing a good enough job. We can then drop in the power harrow and get on with doing it. It's a bit baked out on top because we've had this drill drying period, but we do have water overnight now coming, so we know it's not going to be that bad. But yeah, I'm just going to have a look at it. I mean, it's dry on top, but we know down beneath there's a lot of water, and we haven't disturbed the cap too much, just let it breathe a little bit. So yeah, I think we'll get away with this. It's not quite as nice as the plough, I have to say. It's pretty knobbly. This stuff isn't breaking down very easily, so that's just going to get pushed about. But I think there'll be enough moisture in seedbed there to form something. So yeah, there we go. Okay guys, so the drill is just going off now to start the drilling of the maize. I'm going to take some fertiliser down and a pack of seed because it's over that side. So we've also got the power harrows running, two of them. So it's all guns blazing at the moment. We've got a bit of rain coming tonight, so that'll probably stop them. So we'll see what we get in, but it's always this way really, trying to capture that last bit of rain and moisture, and we go from there. Okay guys, we're just up in a real tough field here. The boys have brought in two power harrows to do the job. So we're just going to have a quick look and see how that's looking. So I'm just standing here. You get really hard knobble like that, or you get something soft like that, which is sort of putty clay. That will dry out and bake out. This is a really tough field, so we'll just have a look and see how she gets on. So this is a tough field, and it was ploughed when it's wet, so it came up wet. And it's been that wet over the year that, you know, what we're pushing around here is damp soil, but clods just aren't breaking down. I think we're just going to have to try and push this in as best we can, and hope we get a bit of climb weather, really. You know, it gradually breaks it down, but we have got some rain tonight, so if they could seed this by tonight, put that in, we get something off. So we got the rolls on, ready to roll behind the drill. Not sure which tractor I used. Might use one of the cases or maybe the fast track. Anyway, there we go. All good. Right, we got some rain tonight, so we're not going to roll after this, because that might actually mess the job up, because there'll be too many wheelings on there. It just wants to dry off a bit, and if we get a heavy rain, it might actually compact it down and do the rolls job. So we'll just see how everything lays after tomorrow, but hopefully they'll do this bit of the block, and then we can go on to that block which had the cover crop on it over the winter. Okay guys, so we're just up here on the ground that has been V-formed culti-press and power harrow, and it's actually ready for seeding now, and it looks really good. It looks really good. Beforehand it had the fetch radish cover, and it was looking like it needed moving. There's moisture down below, but it's just been flattened by the rain. Just turn off my wipers. Been flattened by all the rain that we've had over the winter period. But that soil is looking really nice, sweet, ready for the maize. There's so much preparation that you need to grow a good maize crop, to get it right. But I really feel like this is ready to roll. So that's just fantastic. Guys, so these fields have now been drilled. This is the plough block, and we're just rolling this down because this is a really rough field, and it's always a bit of a tough one. But now it's been rolled, hopefully we'll get something out of it. So F-frame's up here on the fast track with set rolls. It's raining here and it's just starting to tack up there. So yeah, I can see it starting to flick up now. I think this will probably be about his last run. So this is a really wet field that was up on top, where they were struggling with the culti press and it was sinking. They've managed to get something in here. It's very wet underneath, and it's pretty rough this. There's a fair amount of seed on the top, and these knobbles are quite big, but I'm glad we got something in here, because it's better to get something, you know, to take the moisture out of the ground rather than just leave it fallow. So I'm really glad they've got something in. The soil is very, very kind on this field, so there's a lot of seed to soil contact, so hopefully it will get going, suck some of the moisture out, and that'll be good. Okay, we're still power harrowing, but the rain is starting to come down quite steadily now, so I can't imagine we're going to be going for much longer. We've got about 100 acres of maize planted so far. We've got another about 200 to go, and they've got the tines and the power harrow going, but yeah, I think this rain is set in, so we'll have a quick chat with them and find out what's happening. Yeah, so I just had a quick chat with them. It's starting to pick up on the back roller. We're all pretty happy about how it's coming down, which has been a real relief, because previous years we've really struggled to get the seed bed, but this year we've changed things around a bit, and I think using the culti tines, the V4, and now the power harrow, it's given us the result that we want, so that's great news. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that update on how we're getting on with planting the maize, and yeah, we'll see you next time.